Thank you, everyone. I must warn you, last time I used one of these, I got halfway through the presentation beforehand. So be kind and tell me if I go the wrong way. No, it's looking good. So what we're going to talk about today is influencing people in your physical shops with online channels, to follow people around in shops, because he found that they were much better than normal researchers and watched exactly what people did. They watched what they were looking at, how quickly they were moving between each parts. And we do that now today, even more so with technology. We track exactly where people walk in shops, we track what they look at, we track everything. And we do that because it's really important. And it's really important because most of what we sell in the real world, not online. 91% of UK sales last year happened in the real world, not on computers. So it's really, really important what happens in shops. However, 40% of shoppers research online and buy offline. So that behavior that Matt asked you about earlier is really, really important, people having a look. And what's really interesting about it is that about 28% of sales in the UK are influenced by digital exposure, whether it's websites, whether it's search. But that accounts for 39% of revenue. So it's really important to start thinking about exactly what happens online before people go into the shops. And what we've seen is that the point that people make decisions is changing. It used to be that P&G were thinking about that first moment of truth, that point when you get into a shop and you're looking at all the different products and you make a decision then. That's changed. That's changed massively. People are now making that decision beforehand. And it's not just big ticket items. It's not just chatting with your mates at work about the next TV you're going to buy. It's even down to things like shampoo. And we think that there's a massive opportunity here, because what we've also seen is that people are now spending more and more time on the internet on mobile devices. 73% of time on the internet is on mobile devices. That's not just mobile phones, that's tablets and laptops as well. But 15% of internet time is on a phone. And that's an amazing way of linking an online experience to the physical experience. Now, I'm not going to bang on about that because Shane told you about the 10 things you need to worry about mobile, which, according to him, only 7 of them you will have remembered. But what I will do is say that you've got to ask yourself 4 really important questions. What the customer is searching for. We've got an amazing amount of tools that can show you exactly what people are searching for, and you need to use those tools and use your own accounts to find that out. What the journey to your site is. Does it include display? Does it include review slides? Does it include search? I'm pretty much sure it will include search at some stage. And how people navigate through your site. But most importantly, where do people buy afterwards? And we've asked these questions with quite a lot of advertisers, and we've done quite a lot of research studies on this. And we're starting to see that offline sales are created by online advertising spend. And you can see for a range between 3 to 1, I think I'm missing a bit off the bottom of my slide, a range between 3 to 1 to 12 to 1, which is the line that I'm missing, of spend in store that was driven by online. So there's a massive range. A lot of work around 3 areas at Google in order to make this easier for all advertisers to take advantage of this. We're developing new products and ad formats that close the loop between online exposure and offline purchase. We're developing testing tools so that you're able to test really, really easily. One of those is Google Correlate, where you can upload your sales and you can start looking at what search terms are correlating with them. And we're working in the back end to make sure that you can see this in real time and you can track it straight away. So I'll just go through a few of the products that we've developed. So making sure that your shops are easily found. You can get place searches, location extensions, and that's replicated in mobile down the bottom, making it super easy to find where your stores are. So if you think about someone does a search for a product but wants to try it on, wants to go and find it, wants to look at it and feel it, make it as easy as possible for them to go and find that shop to do that. Then we're also rolling out offer ads. This is in beta at the moment, so you'll need to contact Matt and the guys to find out if you can use these. But you're able to click a button and get an offer on your desktop and on your mobile that you can take into the store and buy a product with get an incentive on that product, which allows you to track all the way through from exposure through to purchase. And then finally, we're doing a whole bunch of e-circular work and mobile proximity where we can serve ads when people are near your shops. But it is really, really difficult to work this out. And we've got a whole team here based in the UK that can help you out, making sure that you attribute all of your sales back to which channel drove them. And so if you're interested in that, again, contact your team and we can set up meetings with the team. We've got econometricians, we've got researchers that have done this for a number of years and can help you track those purchases back to what drove them originally, which I think is really, really exciting and really well worth taking up because we see it as such a big part of our business moving forward and want to help you with that. And finally, I'll just sort of sum up what I forgot to say about 7 slides ago. This was the 7th from last, so you've remembered from about GERTS onwards. But tracking is the first thing you should do. When you're thinking about it, make sure you're thinking about, well, what happens if someone clicks on this ad but goes to my website and then buys it in store? How is that going to work? Think through the journey yourself. Once you've thought through the journey, then think about, how can I track this? How can I put various different things in so that I can track it back? And combining data, this is what I find most interesting and study most of my time in the evenings. You can ask them, it's true. But collect all your data, your output data from all your media, your click data, your website data, analyze that back and look at it with your sales and see where the correlations are appearing. You can do that really simply yourself just by getting hold of the data. If you want to take it one stage further, work with an econometric agency, or we can recommend you a few that we've worked with, and occasionally we will go into partnership with you to do that as well. And then the simplest thing, and Shane talked a lot about A/B testing, just try it out. Take certain areas, increase the spend in some areas, decrease it in others, especially when the shops have got a very similar profile, and see the difference. And as you do that, you'll start to understand and see what's driving your offline sales, and you'll be able to attribute back properly. Thanks very much. And I think it's lunch time.
Thank you very much, Harry. Some common sense stuff there. And again, I think what we're trying to do is just demonstrate that this information is there. And the more you make sense of it, the more you understand how it's affecting your business, the more you're able to pull those important levers for you to improve the efficiency and the conversions of your site or your store.